suspended. Merry Christmas to you and your loved ones.
Same to you, Judge.
All right, who is seeking to report?
Judge Sherman, my client were unable to reach him today. Would you give me a few days to get him?
That's which one at Galarza?
Longoria.
Okay. What's the case number, George?
It is 66622.
You got me off there. What is it?
It's 6166612.
You got about 10 numbers there, George. What the hell are you doing with it? 616612. I got you now. Galarza? Okay, so you threw on that one. Did you confer?
I did confer, but he's not present, and I need some time to get in touch with him.
And the other case?
Conferred as well. We're missing discovery on both cases on the
Okay,
blood
that
test.
one is Hurtado.
Yes.
All right, what you got on that? What do you want?
Time for discovery from the laboratory in both cases.
We've got like an echo going, George. All right, you want to reset on that? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And you want 30 or 60?
60.
All right, 60-day reset. Now we don't have no echo. All right, Ms. Medrano, 60-day reset. All righty.
Judge, may I approach?
Hold on just a second. Let me finish with Mr. Sherman here. In the previous one, Galarza, what did you say about him?
He is not available right now. We can't reach him.
All right, that's what I need to know right now.
Hello, folks. Okay. Ms. Medrano, what are we doing on Galarza?
It's a discovery problem as well. We need another 60 days.
60, you said?
Yes.
All right, let's give him 60 days on that one too, Ms. Medrano. Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome, George. Merry Christmas to you. Take care. All right, now, somebody else was trying to talk.
Linda Corley, Judge.
Linda Corley, what you got?
I just want to let you know that Jeff Parker, who's on page 10, has logged in. We were having some technical problems, but he is here now.
Okay, hold on a little bit. Page 10. You can imagine trying to shuffle all this around. Page 10. Jeff,
667-638, Jeff Parker.
667.
38.
There it is. Okay, he is checked in. Very
He
good.
is checked in. So and I've conferred on all my cases, and I believe that Nicole will be sending me emails with the settings. May my client and I be excused?
You are excused, Ms. Corley, but let's go through it real quick here.
Okay.
Coral Yanes, you're excused. Merry Christmas to you. John Scruggum, you're excused. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Judge. Thank you.
Hi, John.
John,
Hold on.
out. John,
All right. Mr. Gonzalez.
Judge, I think you already excused all my other clients before I went into conferring,
Yes, Judge, they're all been excused already.
except Jeff Parker.
Okay. That was on page 10, you said?
Yes, sir. And he's logged in as Jeff's Galaxy. Jeff, can you just say hello? I don't see you now.
Hello, I'm here.
Gabriel Gonzalez present.
You've already been excused, Gabriel. You can sign out.
Okay, thanks so much. Happy holidays. Thank you.
David Lopez, present.
All right, Ms. Corley, I've checked off all your cases. Merry Christmas to you. Take care.
Thank you, Judge. Merry Christmas to you.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Can I-
All right,
Merry
Back to-
Christmas.
back to the docket. Thank you.
Jeff, you can log out.
We're on page 7. Never mind. Yes, we are. 653-461 State versus Vicente Burciaga, attorney. Leandro Renault. Vicente Burciaga is a failure to appear.
Sir, they are in the courtroom, Your Honor.
We're here in the courtroom.
Okay. And Mr. Renault, what are you doing?
Judge, he's been accepted in the pretrial diversion program, and he's just finishing up all the things that he needs to do to complete that program.
30 days, do it?
It says here, I'm looking at the documents. It says that he's supposed to finish everything by the February the 28th, 2022.
All right, then we'll reset it for 28th of February, Ms. Medrano.
Okay. Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you. Merry
Yes,
Christmas
sir.
to you, Mr. Renault. You and your
Merry Christmas to
client.
you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. 653-616 State versus Gabriela Lares Santana, attorney. Adam Flores.
Council President, Your Honor.
I'm here.
She's there, Your
I'm
Honor.
here.
All right, and what are you doing this morning, Mr. Flores?
We're gonna play out today, Your Honor. The paperwork has been signed, Your Honor. We're ready to play out.
All right, we'll try and get it done. Check back with us around 10:15, 10:30.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
654-019 State versus Silverio Alonso, attorney. Julie Pollock.
I'm present, Judge.
Good morning, Julie.
I don't, there's my client. He's iPad.
All right. And what are you gonna do this morning? You know he's a fugitive with a warrant.
Well, I'm appointed on his misdemeanor. I'm not appointed on his felony MTR. I believe he's got to make bond before he will be appointed an attorney on that. So
Mr. Alonso, you need to check with your attorney. Find out why you got a warrant and get it taken care of. Otherwise, you're liable to get yourself arrested.
Yes, sir. I understand.
he doesn't have a warrant out of this court, does he?
I don't know. Ms. Medrano, can you check that?
Yes. It's not out of this court, Judge.
Okay, then it's out of the 175th.
Right.
All right, he's got a felony pending. Give him 60-day reset, Ms. Medrano, out of this
Okay.
court. Be aware you got the warrant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms.
Thank you.
Pollock, Merry Christmas to you. Are you gonna try and confer anything?
If I could come back to confer, I've got to make an announcement in another
Okay,
court.
well, when you come back, we'll try and put you on the list at that time.
All right, and may my client be excused?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 657-546, State versus Stafford Cooper, attorney. Andrea Matos.
Yes, Your Honor, and I believe my client is on Zoom, and I believe he has a pending felony MTR as well. I would like to confer with the state on this case.
All right, then we're gonna put you on the list to confer. Mr. Cooper, stick around for your client, for your attorney.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas to you. 659-503 State versus Atilano Carrillo. Attorney Dirk Ashbaugh.
Good morning, Judge. How are you doing?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good. Mr. Carrillo has two pending felonies, Judge, with a different attorney. I have not been able to contact him or the attorney, but I'm working on it.
He's a failure to appear as of right now, so see what you can do to produce him within a week.
Yes, sir. And so will we just check back in with you later today or on a different docket before the warrant is issued?
Whenever you can get him to report, we'll be okay.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you're excused. Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Ashbaugh.
Thank you, Judge.
660-970 State versus Umika Nation. Attorney Elizabeth Settle.
I'm here, Judge. Miss Settle is in another Zoom meeting.
Okay. Meantime, no answer here. We'll wait for her to appear. Stick around.
Okay.
661-662 State versus Tequila Houston. Attorney Gail Calderola. Tequila Houston is a fugitive with a warrant. Apparently she wants another one. Tequila Houston is a failure to appear. Ms. Calderola, no answer. 662-065 in jail. Sergio Trevino, attorney William Chumbley Jr.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, William.
I am appointed as of a week ago on the felony. I'd like a 60-day reset to kind of figure out what's happening on that.
Ms. Medrano, make that a 60-day reset, felony pending.
Got it.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
To you, William. Take care of
We'll
yourself.
see you next year. Hang in there, brother.
God willing. 662-340 State versus Crystal Blunt. Attorney Ivan Barrera.
Good morning, Judge. I'm present.
Ms. Blunt.
Judge, she was on earlier this morning. She's set for a plea. All the paperwork's done. I know we'll be ready around 10:30 to be able to get it all taken care of.
Very good. I'll be waiting for you.
Thank you, Judge. And I got two more, Your Honor.
Okay, let's have it.
They're on the add-on page, so the last page.
Hold on. Add on. Yes. You've got Thomas Ainsworth, 636-524 and 635-605-606. Robert Michael Mahan.
Yes. Robert, can you unmute yourself for the judge?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning. How about Ainsworth?
I'm here.
Very good. All right, what are you doing on these?
Judge, on these, I'd like to confer, and may they be excused while I confer?
Yes, sir. Gentlemen, you are excused. Be in touch with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
to you
Christmas.
both. All
You
right.
too.
Okay, back to the docket. 662-824 State versus Michael Gonzalez, attorney Ray Lopez.
Ray Lopez, Your Honor, I'm present here. I haven't had any contact with Mr. Gonzalez. I know he's got a felony pending. I'm not sure if he's present on the Zoom or appeared in the courtroom.
Well, Mr. Gonzalez, Michael Gonzalez, you need to respond. If he's in the courtroom, my deputy would say so. Michael Gonzalez. Failure to appear. Let me know if you can produce him.
Will do, Judge. I have two other cases, Judge. I was in another court, so I wasn't able to announce on them.
Not in this, on this docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, tell me who they are. Give me a case number.
One of them is 619075, State of Texas versus Orville Bailey.
Yes, I called that earlier.
Yes, he's present on the Zoom, Judge. It's going to be a plea.
649. Six four nine
619075.
619.
Yes, so Judge, sorry, 619.
619
Page 2, Judge.
075. Okay, Mr. Lopez, I've now got you present.
We're just waiting for the plea
Mr.
paperwork.
Mr. Bailey did answer on time. He was here on time. So what are you doing?
We're waiting on the plea paperwork to be sent over. It should be set for a plea today.
All right, let's see if we can get it all done.
Judge, I was not aware of that. I don't know why none of this paperwork has been sent.
Well, we'll have to wait and see for right now. If they're not ready, we're not gonna handle it.
We're not gonna have it today then. If they don't have no paperwork ready, I'm sorry. It's just too big of a docket.
I have the paperwork from the ADA, but that's
Yeah, but Patty, I don't know why Patty has not sent out. That's already the
We
second
will
attorney.
check on it shortly.
Okay.
And Judge, I also had State of Texas versus Gerald Washington.
It's on what, page 1 or something? And, what's the case number? Ray?
It is 637813. 637813.
Page 4, Judge.
Yeah, page 4.
Also set for a plea today, Judge. Also, we got the paperwork completed from the ADA's office, but we haven't received the paperwork from the court. Waiting for
We'll
that.
see what we got. We'll have to check. All right, back to the docket. We're on-
Should I check back at 10:30?
Would you please?
Thank you, Judge.
On page 9 of the docket, 663730, State versus Roy Arredondo. Attorney Brenda Levenstein. Roy Arredondo,
Your Honor, I'm here, but I don't think he is.
doesn't look like it. Failure to appear on Mr. Arredondo. Good morning, Brenda. How are you?
I'm okay.
All right, well, as of right now, we'll wait a little while, but as of right now, he's a failure to appear.
Thank you, Your Honor.
664360, State versus Pedro Gonzalez. James Dwiggins, attorney. 664360 is a failure to appear. Mr. Pedro Gonzalez and James Dwiggins has failed to appear also. 664918, State versus Yanut Alba.
That one has been reset, Judge. There's no file ready.
Reset, no file. Six, 209 has been called. Page 10. 665435, State versus Francisco Almanza, attorney Elizabeth Settle.
I'm here, Your Honor. I think she's in another courtroom or another court right now, she said.
Francisco Almanza, is that you answering?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm here.
Elizabeth Settle.
I had text her, she said another, I think Zoom meeting or something.
Can you back on
Been here.
the microphone or something? You're very, very loud.
She's on another, court thing, she said. She'll be here shortly, or,
All right, well, stick around. We'll wait for her to appear.
all right, thank you.
667063, State versus Alejandro Garcia. Tanisha Taylor, attorney. Alejandro Garcia. Alejandro Garcia is a failure to appear. Tanisha Taylor, attorney, has not answered. 669009 and 010, State versus Peter Cruz, attorney, Andrew Freilich. Peter Cruz, Andrew Freilich. Peter Cruz is failure to appear on both cases. Mr. Freilich is not answering.
Sir, I'm right here, sir. Sir? Hello? I'm Peter Cruz. Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, yeah, I believe it. Let me see, where Andrew's at.
Let him know or remind him he has a case. He's pretty good about showing up, so I don't know what happened. Page 11, 669980, State versus Miguel Martinez Puga, attorney, Thomas Limon. Miguel Martinez Puga. Failure to appear. Thomas Limon, attorney, no answer. 671786, State versus Dontra Means, attorney, Kevin Stryker.
Yeah, I'm here.
Pardon me?
I say I'm here.
Who is here?
Trey Beans.
We'll try it again. Who's speaking?
Judge, it's Mr. Means.
All right, Mr. Means. Good morning, Mr. Means. Kevin Stryker, attorney. No answer from Kevin Stryker. Mr. Means, stick around till he gets here. 672943, State versus Charles Holloway, attorney. Robert
I'm sorry, Judge.
Campbell.
Doug Campbell. Sorry, I'm talking over you this morning.
Good morning, Mr. Campbell.
Good morning.
And Charles Holloway, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you. All right.
Good morning, sir.
What you got going, Mr. Campbell?
Judge, I need to confer with the state. I wasn't able to connect with them despite the fact that I diligently worked on my case from yesterday. Can Mr. Holloway be excused while I confer with them?
Mr. Holloway, you are excused to go to work or home. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
As well to you, sir.
Robert Campbell, you are listed to confer.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, may I approach?
Hold on just a second. 669188, State versus Manolito Zuriba Guerra. Ben Cifuentes Jr.
I'm present on that where we have a plea and I'm not sure if all the paperwork's been e-filed, but I have completed it on my end.
We'll check and see. And that's it. That's the docket. Somebody tried to approach. Who was that?
Yes, Your Honor. Attorney Andrea Matos. I was conferring with Ms. Haas and just wanted to come back and let you know that we did confer.
Okay, give me
with
your case number so I can mark it.
Yes, sir. Case number 657546.
657546. That's on page 8.
Yes, Your Honor.
And we're talking about Cooper.
Yes, Your Honor.
What you got?
We're going to go ahead and set it for a plea. Ms. Haas is going to go ahead and get the paperwork ready for me.
All right. And when can you do that?
As quickly as you would like to, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Beginning of January is totally fine. As quickly as you would like, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Medrano.
I got it. Andrea, what's the case number?
657546.
Page 8, second case. Set for a plea, January date, Ms. Medrano.
I got it. I will email you guys later this afternoon.
All right, attorneys, who else needs to report?
Judge, this is Joanne Akel.
Ms. Akel, case
Yes.
number.
Okay, Judge, it's on page 1 of the docket, 615342,
David
David Lopez.
All right.
He's present on the Zoom. He
David
has,
Lopez, where are you?
he tried to,
President, Your Honor.
There you are. All right.
Judge, he has felonies pending that we're trying to resolve, and I believe when we do resolve those, it'll take care of all these cases. So we would ask for a reset for felonies pending.
He's got 6 felonies pending, Ms. Hinkle?
He has several, Judge.
Yes, he does. All right. You want to reset it? Felony pending, 60-day reset, Ms. Medrano.
I got it.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Akel, Merry Christmas to you. Mr. Lopez, Merry Christmas to you and your loved one. You guys
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Judge.
stay out of trouble. You got more than you can handle.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, may I approach?
Who seeks to approach?
Valerie Headland.
Ms. Headland, how are you?
I'm great, Your Honor. On page 3, the second defendant from the top, Mr. Malik Alston.
Yes.
He's been here. I'm juggling between here and civil district presiding. And he has submitted, we've submitted the executed pretrial diversion contract. So we're just waiting for the dismissal any day now.
Okay, so 30 days will do it roughly?
Yeah, I would hope so.
All right, Ms. Medrano, let's have the end of January. What would that be?
The end of January is like the 25th. What's the case number, Valerie?
6232386.
Okay, I'll email you this afternoon.
Okay, thank you. May we both be excused, Your Honor?
You are, with my wishes for a Merry Christmas for you and your loved one.
Thank you. You too.
Honor, may I approach?
This is
Your Honor.
Hello.
Your Honor, may I approach? This is Ninfa Carrillo.
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Carrillo.
Your Honor, I have conferred with Ms. Haas and she.
Give me a case number, Ms. Carrillo.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 cases. 643-358 and 643-357.
It should be page 5. 643, 357, and 8.
Yes, sir.
Gonzalez Rudolph. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You got it, Ms.
Yes,
Carrillo.
Your Honor. And she's reviewing the cases. So we're going to email outside court and to provide an offer, and then I will give it to relay it to my client, and then hopefully so we can get a reset for I guess a status or whatever it is Your Honor wishes to call it.
All right, reset. Just give her about 40 days, 45 days, Ms. Medrano.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. You'll get notice, Ms. Carrillo.
Thank you, Your Honor. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you and your loved ones.
Thank you.
Your
Next
Honor,
hearing.
this is Mr. Tavera. Good morning, Judge.
Alfredo Tavera.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
How are you, Judge?
Judge, fine, just fine.
Case
My
number.
client is present. This was an MTR. I apologize for not being present at the call of the docket. I've got a judicial assignment here at the JP1 this morning, and so I'm kind of juggling between the court's Zoom and my own Zooms.
What's the case number we're talking about?
He's on page 6.
Okay.
It's 649695.
There it is. Frost. Robert Frost.
This is the one where I had asked the court to allow him to go out of town to travel, and then he had some violations, and so when he came back on, I believe, Sunday, he went immediately on Monday to test to provide a sample. We're waiting for the results. I checked with his probation officer, and he's out till the 27th. So I checked with Kemper Pickney, and Miss Pickney told me that she didn't have yesterday evening, and she told me she still didn't have the results. And so I'm letting the court know exactly what's there, unless they came in overnight. Do we have somebody from probation?
We should have, we should have Ms. Maricela Luna. She's the court
Yes.
liaison officer.
I'm here.
Mrs. Luna, will you look into
Yes.
Mr. Frost's case and we'll wait for you to contact Judge Tavera.
Okay.
All right. Next attorney.
Your
I'm
Honor,
in
I have
the
invited on
courtroom,
here.
Your Honor. All right, I'm going to step out for a little bit.
Yes, sir. Go right
Thank you.
ahead.
Hey,
Next
Judge.
attorney.
I'm in the courtroom, Your Honor.
Who's in the courtroom?
James DeWiggins.
James Dwiggins, the late James Dwiggins. How you doing, James?
Fine, Your Honor.
Case number
664-360.
664-360, page 9. James Dwiggins, there it is. Failure to appear on Pedro Gonzalez. And you didn't either. So what we got, James?
Well, I'd called yesterday and told him I had to start at 4:37, Your Honor. So I'm down here now. I mean, up here.
Well, I appreciate you calling. What do you got? What about your client?
I gave him the link yesterday. I thought he would be on here this morning when I got here.
So for Pedro Gonzalez, need to hear from you, Pedro.
Okay. I was going to ask for a reset, but I'll go try to find him and make sure he gets on, Judge.
As of right now, James, he's a failure to appear. Make sure you have him produce him within a week.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Judge.
Your Honor, Ivan Barrera here.
Ivan Barrera, ¿qué pasó?
Yes, Judge. I have announcements on my cases. The first ones are on the add-on page.
Ivan Barrera. How about Thomas Ainsworth? What you got?
Yes, Judge. On this one, the state offered a conditional dismissal in the last hearing. My client did complete all the conditions, and so I'm going to submit those this afternoon. And then after I do that, the state will be dismissing it.
Very good. Good work. All right. How about Mahan?
On this one, Judge, we've come to an agreement for a plea, so we'd like to reset this for a plea if we can do January the 25th.
Let's try and do that, Ms. Medrano. Reset for a plea. Get all your paperwork done, Ivan. I guess you know that.
Understood, Judge.
What else you got, Ivan?
And then the last one, it's on page number 8, Crystal Blunt.
I like that name, Crystal Blunt. She's either very blunt or she's a big time poker. All right, Crystal Blunt.
And on this one, Judge, we're set for a plea today. Paperwork's been submitted, so we're ready when the court is ready.
Very good. All right. Let's see what we can do.
Thanks,
Next attorney.
Judge Doug Campbell.
Doug Campbell.
Cause number 672-943, Judge.
672.
943. It should be page, I think.
672-943, bottom of page 11.
Oh, so close.
What you got?
We need a reset, Judge, for
For?
the state just needs time to look at the file.
Approximately 30-day reset, Ms. Medrano.
Got it.
Longer if possible, Nicole. I'm out the first week of January.
Okay, yeah, it won't be in the first week. Yeah, it's towards the end. I'll email you later.
Great, thanks. Judge, may I be excused?
Merry Christmas, yes, you are.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Attorneys, I'm waiting.
Your Honor,
Yes,
Elizabeth Settle, I just got here. I apologize.
Elizabeth Settle.
Yes,
Which number?
the first one is 660-970.
Say again.
660-970.
660-970 Nation.
Yes.
Page 8, Judge.
Umika Nation.
Yes, Judge, we had set it for a plea today, and when I asked Patty for the plea paperwork, she texted me back that there's no file yet,
Oops.
which is strange because I don't know if you remember, this is the one we started to do back in October. We started the plea, all the paperwork was done, but then my client sort of said she was not guilty, so you put it on the trial docket. So anyway, Patty
You know,
says there's no file, so.
I smell a possibility of a speedy trial motion, but far be it from me to suggest that.
Okay.
Judge and Elizabeth, this is Ashley. I submitted the information and complaint for filing yesterday, so it should be filed today if we want to proceed with the plea.
Okay, Ms. Medrano, I didn't hear that clearly.
I didn't hear that either, Judge. I'm sorry.
Okay, what you got on Nation?
Judge, it's Ashley. I
Yes.
submitted the case for filing yesterday, so it is
Oh.
filed now.
I got you. All right. So now, Ms. Settle, the
Yes.
case has been filed yesterday, the 16th of December in the year of our Lord 2021. Where does that put you this morning?
Well, Judge, I would urge a speedy trial motion just because it has taken so long.
Well, file your motion, I'll give you a hearing.
Okay. All right, I'll do that, Judge.
All right, as soon as I get the motion, we'll give you a speedy trial hearing, okay?
Okay, and then I had one more quickly.
I'm listening. Case number.
665-435.
665-435, looks like page 10, right at the top.
Page 10, Judge.
On side. Yes, ma'am.
Judge, the state has agreed to recommend pretrial diversion, so we would ask for a reset to do that application process.
We'll give you 60 days to apply and get it going, maybe even finish it.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Almanza,
Mute yourself,
you
Francisco.
settle you and your client. Merry Christmas to you. You're excused.
Thank you so much. Nicole, you'll be sending me a reset date?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Merry
Attorney.
Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Hello, Judge.
Merry Christmas.
Attorneys, who else? I'm waiting.
Your Honor, this is Ben Cifuentes. I don't know when you're ready for pleas, but when you're ready, we're.
Ben Cifuentes. Okay. We'll try and get you as quickly as possible. We're getting real close.
This is
Attorney
Richard Garcia as well, Judge.
Richard,
with
yeah, I know you're waiting. I got you.
Thank you.
Ben, Richard, who else is ready?
I need to.
Can everybody quiet, please? Judge,
Yes.
Mr. Ray Lopez, I'm going to reset his cases, his pleas, because they do not have the paperwork. So I think he's just waiting to be excused for that.
Ray Lopez?
Yeah.
I'm still here, Judge, yes. My client Orville Bailey's logged off. If I could have Mr. Gerald Washington excused as well. I have already sent the email to Nicole about
Right.
the.
All right, so
We're gonna take care of that in January.
We'll excuse your clients if they answered earlier. If they haven't answered, there's no excusing them until they report.
Mr. Washington, Mr. Bailey answered in a present. Mr.
Right.
Gonzalez is the one.
All right, anybody else?
Your Honor,
I'm sorry?
Candy Ryan on behalf of George Reese. Earlier when you called the docket, Christian Tellez was not available. He has logged on now, and we just need a breakout room so we can review the plea paperwork with him.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Medrano, would you accommodate them with a breakout room?
He is
Okay.
named Moto G Stylist 2021. Thank you.
What's the case number, young lady?
Let me grab it for you. I'm
Okay, that's Christian Tejas.
Yes, Your Honor. Christian Tellez, and that case number is 64196.
Christian Tellez, 654-196. The case on the docket is 641-222. All right, two cases.
Your Honor,
Yes,
I had on page one, Your Honor. I had Mr.
page one.
Joe Alfredo Ramirez, Your Honor. I believe he was present.
Who's
Ed
speaking?
Bartolome, Your Honor.
Who is it?
Ed Bartolome, Your Honor.
Hey, Ed.
I'm sorry.
Good morning, Judge. I was in and I went to the 186th and came back, Judge. I believe he's present. I need to confer with the state, Judge.
Jose Ramirez was not present when I called the docket. Is he now here?
That, I noticed him, Judge. I'll have to call him, but I'd still like to confer first.
Of course. I got no problem with your conferring. And also indicate that. Next attorney, anybody else?
Hello, Judge. I'm present.
Who?
Me, Pedro Gonzalez.
Pedro Gonzalez. Which case number is that, Lorano?
I don't know, Judge. I gotta look through the docket.
I hear you. I know what you're. Mr. Gonzalez, stick around. I'll have to mark you present.
Okay, yeah, because my lawyer said to get on the I missed the 9 o'clock Zoom, 9 in the morning.
That's right. You weren't here when I called the docket, so you need to, I need to mark you present, otherwise there'll be a warrant for you.
Okay, yes,
Judge,
sir.
he is on, Judge, he's on page 9.
Oh,
I found him. Yeah, page 9.
Pedro Gonzalez, page 9.
Alrighty. Pedro Gonzalez. Yes, all right. You are now marked present, late but present.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry about that.
Pedro, mute yourself and try to contact your attorney. He was here.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Any attorneys? We're gonna do some pleas now.
Excuse me, sir.
There you go.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Hello.
Jose Salas.
Jose who?
Jose Salas.
Are
It's
you
on
an
page
attorney?
2.
Are you an attorney?
No, sir.
What I'm looking for is attorneys to answer. All right, at this point, I'm gonna try and see if we can handle. Okay, let me see. Kyle Simpson, are you ready on yours? Frankie Vargas. Ray Lopez from Orville Bailey.
Oh.
Mr. Salas, please mute yourself. Thank you.
Ray Lopez on Orville Bailey. John Shrugum, Linda Corley. Ray Lopez on Gerald Washington. George Gruish on Christian Tellez. Angela Blake on Gerald Longoria ×2. Adam Flores on Gabriela Lares Santana.
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
Okay. Linda Corley on Juan Sandoval. Elizabeth.
I'm here, Your
Settle.
Honor.
Are you ready on Juan Sandoval, Linda? Linda Corley. Elizabeth Settle on Umica Nation. Ivan Barrera on Crystal Blunt.
Judge, I think you may have told him at 10:30. I'm not sure.
Andrew Fraley.
Sir, I keep trying to get a hold of him. He hasn't texted me back. He wanted me to tell you we're ready for a plea.
Yeah, he's real ready if he's not here. And Richard Garcia, what was your case number, sir?
Judge, I have several cases. The first one would be that she's going to plead to is 633528. And the next one is 666-107.
And your defendant is,
Brianna Sutton.
Those
Page
are
3,
pleas,
Judge.
right, Richard?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Those are pleas?
The two cases I just announced are pleas, and then she's got 4 cases that will be TIC.
okay. On the one she's pleading, Richard, 633-528, what is she charged with?
She's charged with theft,
Okay,
and the other one
100
is
to 750,
correct, and the other one is assault bodily injury.
and that's 666-107.
Correct.
ABI is not family. Is that correct? Richard? Richard, got to see, I lost you.
I'm sorry, Judge, what was that?
On Brianna, 666-107, is the ABI non-family or family?
No, it's family. It's against her grandma.
Okay, all right. So, Ms. Medrano, will you double check? I have, out of the whole stack of cases that's supposed to plead out today, I only have Mr. Garcia. And I think, wasn't Ben Cifuentes supposed to be ready?
Not sure, Judge. If Patty, I had added him on. I'm not aware of that.
Okay.
I'm present, Your Honor. Apparently, Ms. Haas tells me there's an obstruction packet that has not been signed, but I haven't received it.
And who's this, Ben?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if you haven't received it, we obviously can't do it. Richard, have you got all your stuff? Ms. Medrano, are we 100% ready on Mr. Garcia?
Mr. Garcia, I believe so. If he said that all the paperwork was submitted a few weeks ago. All I have is his word. I don't know what's on Adobe Sign, Judge, if you've already received it on your end and signed it.
That's correct.
Let me see what I've got on Adobe here. When I started the docket at 9, I didn't have it. Oh, now we got a whole bunch. All right, Tejas, plea agreement.
Judge, it's my understanding you wanted me to return.
Yeah, your client's here. James,
Okay.
hang on.
Judge, I've also returned and we're ready for a plea.
Who was that?
Andrew Freilich is for Peter Cruz.
Is everything complete? Do you know?
I believe so, Judge. Both my client and I have signed, but I mean, I can't see that the Adobe paperwork is with you, but yes, my client and I both signed and gone over the paperwork, and I think we're ready. There should be 2 cases. Would you like me to give you the case numbers, Your Honor?
Hold on.
Sure.
I'm in Adobe now trying to sign stuff, get it done. It wasn't there before 9 o'clock, so.
Doesn't make sense though, if it's up and down like that. All right, let me call. And by the way, I tested negative. All right, Your Honor.
Yes.
Before we begin the long line of pleas, I've got a hold of my.
Yes.
Page 4, he's got some felonies pending. State's gonna get out of the 290th. We've worked out the misdemeanors. We need to work in the felonies as well. So I need a reset, Your Honor. and it's Mr. Jose.
We got,
Ramirez.
give me the case number. I'm lost.
Yes, sir. 602-737. He's on page 1, number 4.
Okay. You're talking about Ramirez?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what you got?
He's got some new felonies pending out of the 290th, Your Honor, conferred with the state. He had another felony that was investigation.
Mr. Ramirez appear now?
Yes, sir. He just should have just logged on.
All right. 10:37 appearance on a 9 o'clock call. That's all right.
No, it's not right, Judge.
It ain't.
He apologizes.
I'm being facetious.
I know that, Your Honor, and I'm telling you, he's sorry, Judge.
That's okay. Ed, what are we doing on this?
I'd like to reset it, Your Honor, to talk to the 290th and see how we can resolve the felonies. I think we've resolved the misdemeanors, but the felonies are still hanging out there.
I'm gonna give you 60 days felony pending.
Yes, sir.
Merry Christmas to you and your loved ones, Ed.
Happy
All right.
holidays. May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right,
Judge, can I get a reset as well? Pedro Gonzalez has showed up.
Who's talking? I just hear a voice.
I'm sorry, it's James DeWiggins. I'm in the courtroom again.
All right, he already showed up finally. And what have you got, James? Did we reset that, Ms. Medrano?
I don't know.
I don't think we did, Judge, for his client. What's the case number, Dwayne?
664360.
664360. Yes, okay. I reset that felony well, it should be reset felony pending, right?
I don't have anything on my notes, Judge, but if that's what you let them know, then yeah.
Well, that's what we'll do.
Okay, reset felony pending?
Yeah, reset it felony pending.
Okay.
60 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, James, you're excused. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
And
Christmas, Judge.
Gonzalez, Mr. Gonzalez, I've got you noted now. Next time you're late, you're gonna have some comeuppance. Merry
Yes, sir. I'm so
Christmas.
sorry about that.
All
Sorry
right.
about that. Yes, sir.
Don't tell me, show me, okay?
Yes,
All
sir.
right, please, let's get these pleas done.
Judge, I have
May I be excused?
Hello. Yes, you're excused. I've only got 2 pleas ready to go. Richard Garcia and Adam Flores. Anybody else? All right, do we have the paperwork on Adam Flores, 653616, Ms. Medrano?
Judge,
Gabriela?
if the attorney and the client already signed it, then yes, you should have the paperwork.
I know we should. My question is, are they?
That I wouldn't know, Judge. That I can't see that if I'm not on Patty's Adobe. I don't have access to hers. So I don't know. I did not send any of this paperwork out myself. Otherwise, I would be able to keep track of it. If that makes sense. I'm sorry.
Ms. Flores, Linda Flores.
She doesn't get on Zoom, Judge.
Well, somebody needs to check and see we've got the paperwork in the file. Otherwise, how can I do a plea if we don't have the paperwork done?
Let me give her a call.
Okay, they're on today's dockets. We got a bunch of them. In fact, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cases that are set for plea. And I have no idea whether the papers are ready or not.
I think some of those have been reset, Judge.
Apparently they have, since they're not answering on it. Oh, yeah.
Was I supposed to get in contact with my attorney, Angela Blake? It's Gerardo Longoria. Sorry.
I've got Gerald Longoria listed with Angela Blake, but Ms. Blake has not appeared today. Stick around, Mr. Longoria.
Yes, sir.
Richard, you told me you've got yours completed, right?
Well, Judge, I forgot that your court has that extra paperwork that the state does. And so I just finished one and I'm waiting for the next one. The paperwork that I explained everything to Miss Sutton and everything. I don't know what it's called.
Okay, let me look and see if we have anything sitting here on the. My Adobe doesn't show you anything on you, so that they should be, all the papers should be done. All right. You know what, Richard? Well, let's just do them. And if for whatever the reason, the papers are missing later, we'll have to just pump it and get it done. Adam Flores.
Yes, Your Honor.
On Gabriela Lares Santana.
Yes, Your Honor. We're ready to play out, Your Honor.
Okay, Ashley Morgan. I'm sorry, Ashley Morgan. Ashley Haas.
Yes, Judge.
Are we ready on 653-616? Do you have the agreement reflected somewhere in your notes or files?
Is that Adam Flores case?
Yes.
Yes.
Then yes, I have confirmation that that is completed on the state's end.
Okay, how about Mr. Richard Garcia's Jr., his Brianna Sutton, 633528.
I've sent the plea agreement on both cases. I'm working on sending the discovery right now, but we can proceed with the pleas if the court is
Real
inclined.
good.
And Judge, I just signed the second one.
Very good. All right. Gabriela Santana, where are you?
Yes, I'm right here.
There you are. Thank you. And Brianna Sutton. I need to see you, Brianna Sutton. Richard, where's she at?
She should be there, Judge.
I don't see or hear her. There it is. Brianna's A12. Are you on there, ma'am? Can't be too many people named Brianna. Ma'am, I need you to unmute. Richard, you have a number or way to get her to answer? Because she's muted.
Yes, Judge, I'm texting her right now.
Judge, this is George Sherman. May I approach?
Yeah, well, we're getting ready. Go ahead.
Honorio Galarza is here. He was not present earlier this morning, and he is present on your screen. The case has already been in reset. I just wanted you to know he's.
All right, Mr. Galarza, I expect you to answer the docket when I call it at 9, sir. I don't hear any response, George.
He's muted here. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
All right. If you don't answer at 9 when I call the docket, you're liable to get a warrant.
I understand, sir.
All right. Your attorney is here. He's been working and you're over there, no telling where. So make it a point to answer on the day and 9 o'clock when I call the docket, all right?
Will do, sir.
All right. Merry Christmas to you. You are excused, sir. George?
Merry Christmas to you too, sir.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Same to
Merry
you.
Christmas to you too, sir.
Okay. Did you get Brianna to wake up, Richard?
Nicole, this is the bailiff. There's a message there from that defendant, Brianna, on chat.
Judge, this is Richard Garcia. Brianna says she's on. She just,
I know,
she
but
chatted that she's on.
She shows muted on the screen, and I've yet to hear from her.
Brianna, if you are there, unmute yourself and announce. The host has disabled her, Judge.
The chat says host disabled her.
It says it won't allow me to. Well, hell.
Above it, it says host disabled her.
I can't do it
Above.
without seeing her and having her respond to the oath. Okay, George, Richard, see what you can do to get that straightened out. Meantime, I'll do the other one. And I'll be happy to handle yours as soon as we.
Brianna, you need to put the video and unmute yourself because we're going to be here all day.
But which ones are we doing now, Judge?
Well, we're gonna do Gabriela Santana, 653-616. All right, court calls case number 653-616, State versus Gabriela Lares Santana. Are you Gabriela Lares Santana?
Yes.
Would you please raise your right hand, ma'am? You solemnly swear that in this proceeding, the information and responses you submit will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. You may put your hand down. Ms. Santana, you were charged with DWI with a blood alcohol content of 0.15 or higher, which means extreme intoxication. It's my understanding that you have made some kind of a plea agreement with the help of your attorney, Adam Flores. Are you ready to proceed at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Before we proceed, I need to inform you of some constitutional rights and protections that are involved in your case. First, you have the right to remain silent, which means you don't have to say anything. You don't have to answer questions. You don't have to submit written paperwork that has your signature, especially papers that admit or confess to wrongdoing. You have the right to a jury trial. That means that you and your attorney, with the participation of the state, could select 6 citizens from a pool of disinterested citizens who would hear all the evidence, the testimony, and they would decide whether you're not guilty or whether you have been proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. You have the right to confront witnesses. That means if you go to trial, the state will put up witnesses to testify. You and your attorney would have the right to question, cross-examine, or challenge any witness who would testify. That's called the right of confrontation. You have the right to appeal. That's a right where you or your attorney or the two of you could demand a higher court review the official record of this proceeding, the evidence involved, and have that higher court determine any legal challenge you wanted to make. I caution you that the right of appeal is difficult. You have to have the right paperwork, the right information, and you have time limitations. You and the state both have the right to demand that this proceeding be held in the open public courtroom. Because of the COVID pandemic, we're not doing that. What we're doing is video conference, but you have to agree to it. And it's my understanding and my observation that you have reviewed a document titled Defendant's Consent to Video Conference. Did you in fact agree to do this by computer video conference?
Yes.
Ms. Santana, did you hear my question?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, there are other documents that you have signed. the documents that have your signature, did you review them with your attorney and have the attorney's help and guidance?
Yes, I did.
All right. That includes the defendant's waiver of constitutional rights in court's admonitions. That one is a written document wherein you are reminded of the rights and protections that I mentioned to you verbally. There's also one that is a document that says that I, as a judge, certified to you that because you're doing a plea bargain, your own deal, you do not have a right of appeal. You're giving up that right. Also, there's a document wherein you have applied or requested probation. Did you understand that document? The other documents that you have signed, did you understand all those documents?
Yes, I understood.
Do you have any questions about the documents that you've signed?
No.
All right. State, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor, the state moves to amend the information to add count 2 and then waive and abandon count 1 and proceed solely on count 2.
No objection, Your Honor.
There is no objection from defense counsel Adam Flores. Do you also waive the 10-day notice on amendment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Ms. Santana, you're no longer charged with DWI extreme intoxication. Now what you're charged with is obstruction of a passageway, highway, or waterway. Is she going to get deferred on this, Ms. Haas?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What that means is that you have applied for and the state has agreed to recommend deferred adjudication. That is a special kind of probation where if you live up to 100% every bit of the conditions of supervision, then the case of obstruction even will be dismissed, and under Texas law, you're not convicted of it. If you fail or refuse to live up to 100% of the conditions, the state may ask me to give you official notice, bring you in, have a hearing. At that hearing, depending upon the evidence, it may be that I go ahead and convict you. The conviction will follow you the rest of your life. And you'd be looking at 100% of the range of punishment. That is a fine anywhere from $0 to $2,000, in jail from 0 days to 180 days. I don't want to do that, but that is strictly up to you. Live up to the conditions and that will not be a problem. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I understand.
To the charge of obstruction of a passageway, highway, or waterway, what do you plead, ma'am? How do you plead?
I plead guilty.
I'm sorry?
I plead guilty.
Are you, the plea is guilty? Did anyone threaten you, intimidate you, or promise you anything other than the plea bargain in exchange for your plea of guilty?
No.
I find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, but I do not find you guilty. Instead, I am granting you deferred adjudication as recommended by the state and your attorney. State, recite for me, for the record, the punishment that has that you're recommending.
Yes, Your Honor, the rest of the agreement, well, the term is for 14 months deferred. If fully probated, $400 fine. 40 hours community service. DWI education program. Victim impact panel. TAP evaluation. And ignition interlock for 7 months.
Mr. Flores, is this the agreement that you have made for your client?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd just like to inform the court that I believe my client is, I think, 3 months pregnant, Your Honor. She just found out she was pregnant. She is a single mom, Your Honor. She has no support. And we're asking to reduce the fine to 0, Your Honor, if possible. And reduce, have the minimum requirements for her probation fees, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Santana,
Yes,
how do you make how many kids do you have?
I will be having two. I have a 6-year-old and I'm currently going to be 4 months next week.
All right, so you have two children. Do you have the support of the father or fathers of the children?
No, I don't.
Why not?
One is currently in prison and the other is in jail.
The other is what?
The other one's in jail.
All right. And are you working, ma'am?
Yes, I work 2 days out the week at Mission Trail Hospital
And what
as
are
a
you,
nurse assistant.
what is your total earnings per month, more or less?
Per month is, I want to say, probably like 700 or 800. Well, my paycheck's around like 400 every 2 weeks.
All right. I find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, including your plea. But I do not find you guilty. You're granted 14 months deferred adjudication. You are fined $400 and it is fully probated. That means if you live up to all the conditions, the case will wind up being dismissed and you're not guilty and not convicted of the case of obstruction. The $400 will be forgiven if you live up to the conditions of supervision. You will perform 40 hours of community service restitution. You'll do the DWI education program, the victim impact panel program. You'll submit it to a TAP evaluation and the recommendations therein subject to my approval. You will have ignition interlock installed in your vehicle for 7 months continuously. You're not to drive any other vehicle other than your own equipped with the ignition interlock for those 7 months. I'm sure you know and understand that while you're pregnant, you cannot be drinking alcohol. You understand that, right?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
And for the 14 months of probation of deferred adjudication, you're not to have any alcohol at all, nor any illegal drugs, nor shall you violate the law. The conditions of supervision will be read to you by probation. You will sign them and they will put a copy in your hands. Is that all clear and understood?
Yes, understood.
You will have to appear in the offices of County Court of Law number 5 to have your thumbprint placed on the official documents that require your thumbprint. Is that clear?
Yes.
Under the circumstances, I waive the supervisory fee. You must stay here in this hearing until you've met with Ms. Maricela Luna, the court liaison officer. She will explain to you how to get started on the probation department programs.
Okay.
Any questions? All
Your
right.
Honor,
No.
Your Honor, is it we can waive the monitor, the interlock monitor fee?
No, sir, that's a requirement on this particular. Well, yes, she was originally charged with extreme intox. I'm not going to waive that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Flores? I appreciate you advocating for her, but that is not something I'm willing to do.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, then, Ms.
Oh,
Santana,
one more. I have a question.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry. Is for the interlock, is there a hand-free one if I don't have a vehicle, or like because I don't have a car?
If
Like
you
I'm
don't have-
using
what
my brother's
happened-
car.
Well, all right, any car that you have access to has to have the ignition interlock on it. Otherwise, you
Okay.
cannot drive at all. Are you using your brother's car?
Yes, we take turns using it.
All right, if he lets you use it, you're gonna have to have ignition interlock on it. Mr. Flores, talk to her, if you can, if she's willing to submit in good faith an affidavit swearing that she will not drive at all, subject to the laws of perjury and everything else that can happen to her, the court will consider changing that monitor.
Yes, Your Honor, I will talk to her.
All right. Then good luck to you, ma'am. Be careful with your children. Merry
I will,
Christmas
thank
to you.
you.
Adam, Merry Christmas to
Merry
you.
Chri-
Richard, we all cleared
Merry
up or
Christmas
not?
to you.
Miss,
I believe so, Judge.
Richard Garcia, are we all cleared up or not?
I believe we are, Judge.
All right, Brianna, where are you?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm on.
There you are. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Very good. Then at this time, anybody got to make a real quick announcement?
Judge Ivan Barrera here. My client, Crystal Blunt, her plea paperwork is already completed. So we can do it simultaneously with this one.
Is it all complete? Do you know, Ms. Medrano?
I'm not too sure, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look and see if we have stuff in the Adobe on Blunt.
The state's paperwork is entirely completed in this case.
It is complete?
The state's paperwork, I don't know about court stuff, but my paperwork's done.
Okay, I've got 2 Suttons and a Guerra. Okay. Mr. Barrera, give me the case number on your client.
Yes, Judge. It is 662340.
And it is, I know it's Blunt, but what is the first name? Ivan.
Crystal, CRYSTAL.
BLOUNT or BLUNT?
It's BLU.
And the charge?
It's a DWI, Your Honor, with a .15.
All right. Okay, at this time, the court calls cases number 633-528 and 666-107, State versus Brianna Sutton, and 662-340, State versus Crystal Blunt. Brianna Sutton, where are you?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here. Yes, sir.
Okay, and Crystal Blunt?
Here, Your Honor.
There you are. Thank you. All right, ladies, raise your right hand, please. Do each of you solemnly swear that in this proceeding, the information and responses you submit will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Ms. Blunt
I do.
and Ms. Sutton?
I do.
Thank you. Put your hands down. Ladies, before we proceed, it's my understanding that you have each made a plea bargain with the state that's being recommended. That plea bargain requires me to talk to you first about rights and protections that you have. Each of you, and this, Ms. Sutton, applies to any case that you have. You have 2 at this point.
Okay.
Each of you individually has the right to remain silent. That means you do not have to make any kind of statement. You cannot be required to answer questions nor to submit written papers that have your signature, especially papers that admit or confess to wrongdoing. You each have the right to a jury trial in any case that you have. That right to a jury trial means that you and your attorney cooperating or working with the state would select 6 citizens from a pool of disinterested citizens to hear the trial, all the evidence, witnesses, materials that may be submitted. And you would have the right to question, cross-examine, or challenge any witness. That's called the right of confrontation. Each of you would have the right to appeal after any case and after the case is over. The right to appeal is exercised by you or your attorney, or the two of you, you and your attorney together, demanding that a higher court review the official record and the evidence in your individual case. You have to be careful because you have to use the right paperwork, include correct information, and you have time limitations. The right of appeal is an important right. You also have the right, as does in each case, you and the state rather, you have the right to demand that this proceeding be done in the open public courtroom. Because of the COVID pandemic, we're not doing that. Instead, we're doing it by video conference, but it requires each of you to sign, understand and sign a document that says the defendant consents to a video conference. Now, each of you has documents in your particular proceeding, and those documents are signed by you. My question to each of you is, did each of you have the help and the legal counsel or guidance of your individual attorney for all the papers that you signed? Ms. Sutton?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Blunt?
Yes, sir.
All right. Among the papers, there's some critically important papers. They're all important, but there's some that are critical. One, each of you signed a document titled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court's Admonitions. I point to you or remind you that this document has a lot of information. There's an area in there that's got 14 numbered sections or paragraphs, all of it vital information. The document, if you signed it, required you to acknowledge that you know and understand and have been told about the rights and protections that you have. I did it verbally, your attorney, and the document does it in writing. Did you see and understand that document and sign it in each case, Ms. Sutton?
Yes, sir, I did.
And your case, Ms. Blunt?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right. There's also a document that I made for you. It's called Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. That one in there, I tell you in writing that we have discussed that you have a right of appeal, but if you do a plea bargain, you give up the right of appeal. Did you understand that and sign it, Ms. Blunt?
I did, Your Honor.
And Ms. Sutton in each of your 2 cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, you've also applied for probation. Probation is a written legal binding agreement between you and this court, wherein in exchange for my suspending, particularly the jail sentence, in exchange for that, you agree to live up to 100% of the conditions of supervision. If you fail or refuse to live up to those conditions, and I mean every bit of it, 100%, then the state may ask me to give you official notice, bring you in for a hearing, at which time, if the evidence in my mind is sufficient and calls for it, then I will put you in jail, or in the case of deferred adjudication, you will have a conviction added to your record that follows you the rest of your life. Did you all see and understand that application for probation? Ms. Sutton in your 2 cases?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Blunt?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Ms. Blunt, you were originally charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol content of 0.15 or higher. That means a extreme amount of intoxication. State, do you have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor, the state moves to waive and abandon the extreme intoxication enhancement and proceed on a DWI first.
Mr. Barrera, any
No
objection?
objection, Your Honor.
There being no objection, the court grants the motion. You're now charged with DWI first, which is a misdemeanor B for punishment. The punishment on the DWI first is a minimum of 72 hours in jail to 180 days. On fine, it's from $0 to $2,000. Is that clear, Ms. Blunt?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
To the charge of DWI first, how do you plead, ma'am?
No contest.
A no contest plea is considered a guilty plea and is sufficient for me to find you guilty. Do you understand that?
I do.
The court accepts your plea of no contest. I find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, but I will wait on that. State, Ms. Haas, tell me what the agreement is on punishment that you are recommending.
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is 16 months deferred, $500 fine plus court costs, 60 hours community service. That's
60?
60, yes, Your Honor. $50 Crime Stoppers fee, DWI education program, Victim Impact Panel Live, TAP evaluation, and ignition interlock for 8 months.
Before I pronounce the further sentence, Ms. Blunt, do you have children you support?
No, I do not.
You do not. Okay, and what is your total income, ma'am?
I'm currently unemployed.
When's the last time you were employed?
May of this year.
May of 21?
Yes.
And what were you doing then?
I was a math teacher.
A what?
Math teacher?
Okay, so obviously do you have a degree?
Yes, I do.
So why are you unemployed at this time?
Because of the second charge.
Is there a second charge pending besides this one?
Yes. And that is the one that is keeping me from being able to be employed.
All right. When do you expect to be re-employed, ma'am?
As soon as the second charge is cleared up.
Mr. Barrera, are you working with her on that?
Yes, Your Honor. We're very close to getting that one resolved. Hopefully, by January, that one should be resolved.
At that time, when it's resolved, ma'am, what is your expectation on income?
Expectation of income should be about 57,000 a year.
How much? Say it in individual numbers.
57,000.
57,000?
Yes.
All right. In the meantime, how are you supporting yourself?
I had a saving set aside.
All right. Okay. The court accepts the general punishment. You're granted 16 months deferred adjudication. You're fined $900, not $500, but you'll have the 16 months to pay the 900. Now, by doing so, I am giving you a punishment that's heavier than what you agreed to. And under the law, you have the right to refuse this and start all over again. That's up to you. You will perform 60 hours of community service restitution. You will pay a $50 Crime Stopper one-time donation. You will complete the DWI education program. You'll have a victim impact panel live to perform or to complete. You'll submit a TAP evaluation. And the recommendation will be subject to my approval. You'll have ignition interlock installed on your vehicle for a continuous 8 months. During the entire 16 months of deferred adjudication, you are not to have any alcohol at all. Certainly no illegal drugs. That's a violation number 1. Your supervisory fee will be $47 a month. Now, do you choose to start all over, or are you going to accept the $900 fine?
I accept.
Mr. Barrera, do you agree with that? Mr. Barrera, do you agree with that?
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge. There's just one thing on the plea deal. On the conditions, there's a condition that she will not apply for a non-disclosure. I did talk to the state. They're agreeing to remove that condition so that she can apply for a petition for a non-disclosure.
All right, the court will adopt that as part of the agreement. You are allowed to seek whatever legal remedies or options you may have. All right, you will not leave this hearing until you've met with Ms. Maricela Luna. She will counsel you or guide you on getting into probation. You will be required to come in and submit or have your thumbprint placed on documents as required by law. Ms. Sutton, any questions? Ms. Blunt?
No, no questions at this time.
All right, Mr. Barrera, any questions?
Judge, just one last thing is that my client completed the DWI education course. May she have credit for completion upon proof of it?
Of course, yes, she gets credit for it upon documentation.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Ms. Sutton,
Yes, Your Honor.
all right, you have come to an agreement. State, tell me about the agreements on these two cases, the 633528, the theft charge.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement in that case is for 180 days, probated for 16 months. A $400.
What kind of plea will that be? A no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
A $400 fine plus court costs. 75 hours community service. Submit for regular UAs. Complete a TSE, the anti-theft.
ATSE, like Tom.
Yes, Your Honor. And then it's to run concurrent with her other case, 666-107.
All right.
And the state will take into consideration the following 4 cases: 660-499, 671-384, 640-989, and 669-194.
Mr. Garcia, is this your agreement on case 633528?
It is, Judge. We're just asking that in the spirit of Christmas that you help Miss Sutton with some of the fine, especially since she has the 2 cases.
All right, I'll proceed with that momentarily. On case number 666-107, what is the agreement, Ms. Haas?
The agreement in this case is for 365 days, probated for 16 months. The same $400 fine, 75 hours community service, a PSE, the anger management class, regular UAs.
I heard ATSE what?
No, so this one is AP as in Paul.
Okay, gotcha. All right,
Submit to regular UAs, and no harmful or injurious contact with Michelle Cooks.
BELLE?
ELLE, yes.
Cook, just like it sounds.
Yes, COOKS.
Okay,
And again, to run concurrent with her other matter.
all right. Mr. Garcia, is this the agreement on 666107?
Yes, it is, Judge. I do have some argument in when you're ready.
Certainly. All right, and 666107 will also be a no contest?
Yes, Your Honor, and I forgot to mention, but the state is also seeking an affirmative finding of family violence.
Okay. All right. Ms. Sutton, in case number 633528, what is your plea, ma'am?
No contest.
In 666107, what is your plea, ma'am?
No contest.
All right. In 633528, the court finds you guilty. I approve, in essence, the agreement that has been worked out for you between you and Mr. Garcia and the state. In this case, you're sentenced to 180 days, Bexar County Jail, probated, suspended for, I think it's 16 months, Ms. Haas.
Correct, Your Honor.
You're fined $400 plus court costs. You'll perform 75 hours of community service restitution. You'll submit regular UAs for analysis. You will complete the AT, like Tom, SE program, an anti-theft program. This case will run concurrent with 666107. In addition, as part of the agreement, the court takes in consideration cases number 660499, 671384, 640989, and 669194. Those cases are dismissed with prejudice. Case number 666107, your plea is no contest. I accept that plea. The court finds you guilty. Now, before I go further, you do understand that a no contest plea is considered a guilty plea in these matters, right?
Yes, sir.
And furthermore, did anyone threaten you or intimidate you or promise you anything other than the plea bargain in exchange for your plea of no contest?
No, sir.
In 666107, I accept your plea of no contest. I find you guilty. I approve, in essence, the agreement that's been reached on punishment. You are sentenced to 365 days, Bexar County Jail, suspended and probated for 16 months. You are fined $400 court costs. You will complete 75 community service restitution hours. You will also complete the AP, like in Paul, SE program, which is an anti-anger management program.
Okay.
You will have no harmful or injurious contact with Bell Cooks. It ends with a S, Ms. Haas?
Michelle.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
This case runs concurrent with 633528. The court enters an affirmative finding of family violence. That means and includes and brings in of the federal law, you cannot possess any kind of firearm. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Garcia, did you fully inform her of the consequences of a family, of affirmative finding of family violence?
Your Honor, hold on. And I did not, because that was not part of the agreement. And so I wasn't aware that the state was seeking affirmative finding of family violence.
Is this in the written documents, Ms. Haas?
Yes, Your Honor, it's reflected in the plea agreement.
The plea agreement that I just received today,
Yes.
oh, well, I haven't had a chance to speak with her. If you could admonish her that she's not going to be able to possess or own any firearms or ammunition, that would be great, Judge.
I just did that. Again, I repeat, Ms. Sutton, you cannot possess, purchase, or own any firearms or ammunition. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do understand.
You don't, I think you said you don't have children, or do you?
I do. I have a 6-year-old.
A 6-year-old.
Yes, sir.
And the father of the child, where is he?
He's in her life.
Ma'am?
He is in her life. He is active in her life.
I'm having trouble hearing that.
He's active in her life.
Okay. Do y'all live together or not?
No.
All right.
Yes,
I
sir.
need you to know and understand that an affirmative finding of family violence has a very serious impact on your rights of custody and possession of your child. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Garcia, I'll expect you to provide whatever further advice and information is necessary for the lady in this particular instance on the affirmative finding of family violence.
Judge, you forgot to add supervisory fees.
I'm about to do that.
Okay, thank you.
How do you earn a living, ma'am?
At the moment, I'm unemployed. I'm trying to get off of ankle monitor so that I can get back to work, so I can go to work.
When's the last time you were employed?
Last time I was employed was September of 2020.
Whoa. Okay. What do you normally do for a living?
As of late, I've just been unemployed.
Say again?
I've just been unemployed. I've had help.
What do you normally earn when you're working?
Less than 20,000 a year.
All right. I'm going to set your supervisory fee at the minimum, which is $25 a month on each case. And as I said, they run concurrently.
Okay.
Anything further, Ms. Sutton?
I do have a question as far as the contact with Michelle Cooks. Am I able to be around her?
Judge, I haven't even addressed those issues yet. She's on an ankle monitor that we're asking that be removed, and she has been unable to work because of the ankle monitor. And Michelle Cooks is her mother. Her mother has been calling me and calling me and calling me, saying that she needs her back at home. Fortunately, it's a no harmful or injurious contact with her mother, and so I don't have to address that. The only issue that we have is the ankle monitor.
The court orders removal of that monitor at this time, since we have modified the conditions of supervision so that there is no harmful or injurious contact. Ms. Sutton, you're allowed to make contact with your mother, but only in a respectful and loving manner. Is that
Yes, sir.
understood?
Yes, sir, understood.
If you give her any kind of crap, any kind of troubles, you might find yourself back over here in front of me and you will not be happy if the evidence supports it. You understand?
Yes, sir, I understand. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Mr. Garcia, do you need to address anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. All right, Ms. Sutton, Ms. Blunt, attorneys Ivan Barrera and Richard Garcia, Merry Christmas to you and your loved ones. This
Likewise, thank you,
concludes-
Judge.
You're welcome. This concludes these pleas and these hearings. All right. Attorneys that need to report now, let's hear it.
Judge, this is Attorney Stryker. I have Mr. Dontre Means on the docket. He's actually on the last page. We have a felony pending on the case, so we're just going to get reset for us to deal with the felonies, Your Honor. Dontre Means, last name Means, Your Honor. Should be on the last page.
Okay, except for the add-ons.
Yes,
Means.
I apologize. Yes,
No
Means.
problem. All right, Mr. Stryker, felony pending.
Thank you, Judge.
Make it 60-day reset. Ms. Medrano.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, this is,
Merry Christmas to you, Kevin.
You have a great holiday.
this is Ben Sequentis and
Somebody is really breaking up on me. Somebody's trying to talk to me and they're really breaking up. What's going on?
this is Ben Sequentis and I have Manolito Guerra.
Ben Cifuentes, you're really garbled, but I hear you. What you got?
I have Manolito Guerra.
Okay. Case number.
It's a plea.
Case number.
It should be 669188.
6691. $66.91.
669188.
I think we had a message and I just barely messaged her now.
6691.
I don't know who's in that. If you can have it. This isn't yours. It was in my car, but I don't know who it was. They may have one in the basement.
Yeah, I saw that in the basement. I figured there was something too.
Hello, folks.
Sorry, I can leave.
I don't, I know I've seen the name, but I don't find the number you gave me.
I think it's 669188, Your Honor.
669 what?
188.
Judge, it's an add-on on the back page.
Okay, that's where it's at. That's why I see, there you are. Okay. What about that, Ben?
Your Honor, plea paperwork should be.
Ben, you've got a real bad connection that's really garbled.
We should have the plea paperwork filed, and additionally, we filed a occupational license petition.
Well, that's all it is separate as far as the petition, but the plea itself. I called your name a while ago when I was doing the other pleas, Ben. I think I've signed, no, here they are. I'm still on Guerra. Oops. Be back with everybody just shortly. I'm working all these signatures that I've got to do. I'm back. All right, what do we got? Hold on, folks. Okay, folks. What do we got? Andrew Fraley, where you been?
Judge, I was here for about an hour and a half. Then I had to go to 379th and I came back. Peter Cruz, we're ready. As far as I can tell, I just don't know what paperwork you have.
Okay.
Judge, the state's paperwork is completely done in both of these cases.
It is done,
Yes, Your Honor, for the state.
and that is Cruz, you said.
Yes, Your Honor, and he has two cases.
How many?
Two.
Two.
There it is. Okay. All right. Any other announcements that have to be handled right now? Because
Yes, Your Honor. We're ready for a plea for Christian Teles whenever you're available.
For Christian Pettis.
Teles. And I have his case number if you need it.
Well, actually, it's Tejas, but okay.
Tejas.
I had it 641222. The
Correct,
charge
Your
is unlawfully carrying a weapon. George Ruiz. All right.
Yes, Your Honor. Thomas Lamont for 669980. I've been waiting till you get to the end of docket. I have a Miguel Martinez Buga who has been indicted on another charge and is currently a fugitive. I'm talking to him to try to get him to get booked. Just wanted to give you an update on that. I'm trying to get him to walk over to the jailhouse and get booked and all that stuff. I've been in talks with the prosecutor. He understands that's what he needs to do now.
All right. We're going to do, at this point, Ben, did you finish all your stuff?
Your Honor, we believe we've sent in all the paperwork. I don't know what the problem is.
Ben, we're not gonna be able to do your plea as long as you've got a really garbled, messed up system. So you're gonna have to change your computer or something, but it is garbled real bad.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Does this sound better?
Oh, yeah.
Very much better.
Okay.
So are
I believe,
you ready to proceed, Ben?
yes, I am.
His stuff is all done for the state as well, Judge.
So Manolito Guerra is ready. Cruz is ready on 2 cases. We have George Ruiz on Tejas. Is that it? That's it.
Judge,
All
this
right.
is Bob Behrens. I have a client who's on the meeting, Marcus Bolden. He's at the bottom of page 2, 629185. I think he was late, but he has applied for pretrial diversion. And I guess we're waiting on the say-so or the approval.
All right. But he didn't show the last I knew.
He says he's in the meeting. Marcus, if you're in the meeting, you need to say something.
How you doing, sir?
Marcus Bolden.
Yes, sir.
All right. Where were you when I called the docket?
My father passed away, sir. I was getting the ashes.
All right. I'm sorry for your loss.
Appreciate
Ms. Medrano, reset this 60 days for pretrial diversion.
Okay, Judge.
Okay, nothing further. We're going to go and do the pleas.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Take care, Judge. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Let's see. Christian Tejas, the court calls 641-222, State versus Christian Tejas. Where are you, sir? Let me see you. Christian Tejas. I'm
Mr.
not going to
Tejas,
wait all day, folks. Christian Tejas, are you there?
he was just here, Your Honor.
Well, all right, too bad. He's not here now. Six 669-009, 669-010, State versus Peter Cruz. Are you here, Mr. Cruz? Peter Cruz.
Judge, he is
Yes, sir.
frantically
Yes, sir.
unmuting himself. There you go.
I see him there. All right, Mr. Cruz, good. 669-188, State versus Manolito Guerra. Mr.
Here, Your
Guerra, how are
Honor.
you?
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, so
I'm here, Your Honor.
we've got Mr. Guerra, we've got Mr. Cruz. Would you gentlemen please raise your right hand? Do each of you solemnly swear that in your proceeding, the information and responses you submit will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Mr. Cruz on both cases,
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
and Mr. Guerra.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Gentlemen, you may put your hand down. Before we proceed, you've agreed to a plea bargain plea. Before we do that, you need to be aware, I will remind you both that you individually have, in your case, Mr. Cruz, that applies to both cases, you individually have the right to remain silent, meaning you do not have to make a statement. You don't have to answer questions. You don't have to submit written paperwork, especially papers that admit or confess to wrongdoing. You have
Yes,
a
sir.
right to a jury trial in each case, meaning that you and your attorney could select 6 people from a pool of disinterested citizens to hear all the evidence and decide whether you're not guilty or whether you've been proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. You have the right to confront witnesses, meaning if you go to trial in any case, you and your attorney would have the right to question, cross-examine, or challenge any witness who would testify. You also have the right to appeal. You individually, your attorney individually, or the two together would have the right to demand that a higher court review the official record and all the evidence and decide whatever legal challenges you may have. You also have the right, each of you, and in each case, the state does too. You have the right to demand that this proceeding be done in open public courtroom. Because of the pandemic, we're not doing that. Instead, you have each reviewed and signed a document titled Defendant's Consent to Video Conference. Now, all the written legal documents that have your signature in your cases, did each of you review the document with your attorney before you signed it? Mr. Cruz, on your two cases?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Guerra, on your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, in addition, each of you reviewed and signed some very critical documents. One of them is the defendant's waiver of constitutional rights in court's admonitions. That's, you have one of those for each of your cases, Mr. Cruz. Mr. Guerra, you have one. Those documents, that particular document recites what you're doing, what you're pleading to. It talks about your punishment. It talks about the, it's got an area that's got 14 numbered parts that talk about law and questions, and particularly one that tells you that if you make a deal with the state, since you've made a deal with the state, it is not binding on me as a judge. I have ultimately the authority to say yes or no. In fact, I have to say either yes or no. I also have the authority to give you the punishment. You and the state will be recommending a punishment. I don't have to accept it. I have to stay within the range of punishment for your particular case. If I give you a heavier punishment than you agreed to, or if I reject your deal outright, then the law would allow you to start all over again. Is all that clear, Mr. Cruz, on your two cases?
Yes, yes, sir.
Mr. Guerra?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also, there is a declaration called the Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. That document, I certify to each of you that your cases, you do not have a right of appeal because you made a plea bargain. You each applied for probation. State, is it correct that they're both getting probation?
No, Your Honor. Mr. Cruz is going to be a JSAT plea.
On both?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Mr. Guerra, what is he going to do?
Your Honor, it's going to be deferred probation.
All right. Mr. Cruz?
Yes, sir.
You were charged with resisting arrest, search, and transportation in 669-009. In 669-010, you were charged with terroristic threat intending to instill fear. To the resisting arrest, how do you plead, sir?
No contest, sir.
All right. And to the terroristic threat, how do you plead, sir?
No contest, sir.
All right. Do you understand that a no contest plea in this court is considered a guilty plea and is sufficient for me to find you guilty and punish you? Hello?
Can you explain that one more time, sir?
On a plea of no contest, that gives me the authority and responsibility to find you guilty and to set a punishment for each case. Do you understand that?
Yes, yes, sir.
You don't sound very convincing. What's the problem?
I'm trying to. I don't know. Yes, sir.
All right. State on Mr. Cruz on a plea of no contest. I find him guilty now. What is the agreed punishment you're recommending?
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is the same in both cases. It's for 7 days Bexar County Jail, $300 fine plus court costs, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, both cases to run concurrent, and we would request that this satisfy the judgment.
Yes, Judge. We asked the judge to be satisfied in both the cases.
All right, both are 7 days, $300 fine plus court costs,
Yes, Your Honor.
credit for time served, time and money run concurrent. The cases are concurrent. The court approves the agreement and establishes the punishment, the guilt and the punishment as recommended. That means, Mr. Cruz, that at this time, you owe nothing further to the state or to this court on cases number 669009 and 669010. Andrew Freilich, thank you for your time and courtesy. The court releases you both from any further proceedings today. Merry Christmas to you both.
Well, thank you, Judge.
Manolito Guerra,
Yes, Your Honor.
the state, what do you have by way of motion?
Your Honor, the state moves to amend the information, adding count 2 of obstruction, and then further moves to waive and abandon count 1 and proceed solely on count 2.
No objection from the defense.
And in addition, does the defense waive the 10-day amendment requirement,
Yes, Your Honor.
10-day notice? All right.
Yes,
then
Your Honor.
The court grants the 10-day, pardon me, the court grants the motions. Mr. Guerra, you're now charged, you're no longer charged with DWI with a blood alcohol content of 0.15 or higher. You're now charged with obstruction of a passageway, waterway, or highway, or highway or waterway. To that charge, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Your plea of guilty, did anyone threaten you, intimidate you, or promise you anything in exchange for the plea, other than the plea bargain, in exchange for the plea of guilty?
No, Your Honor.
The court accepts your plea of guilty. The court finds that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, including your own plea. But I do not find you guilty. State, what is the recommended punishment?
The agreement in this case, Your Honor, is for 18 months deferred adjudication, $700 fine plus court costs, 72 hours community service, $50 Crime Stoppers fee, DWI education program,
I'm done with that.
victim impact panel live,
I finished that too.
TAP evaluation, and ignition interlock for 9 months.
Mr. Cifuentes, is this your agreement?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Mr. Guerra, is this your agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, but I have a question, Your Honor, if you wouldn't mind. I'm finishing up my what do you call that? My PhD degree, and then I'm planning to teach in the university and everything. So, is there any way that I can seal this, or I mean, I understand that it wasn't in the that I cannot seal this, but that was my plan in the future, like in a year. I'm almost done, Your Honor.
That's essentially up to the laws as written and any agreement that you've made. Apparently, there's nothing to prevent you from doing or following whatever legal opportunities you may have in that area.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. The court approves the agreement, but what is do you have children you support?
Yes, Your Honor. I have 3, Your Honor. My wife passed away 7 years ago, and I'm a single parent. I work as a registered nurse, and I have a 16, 20, and 25 years old. The 25 years old, Your Honor, is working as a researcher at Massachusetts General Hospital. And my second one, 20-year-old, he's working at UTSA, taking up accounting, and my 16-year-old is.
You have one 16-year-old that legally you're required to support.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And what is your income at this time?
My income right now, Your Honor, is 110,000, Your Honor.
You're blessed and you work hard for it, I understand.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I do not accept the fine on you. I think the fine should be like $1,200 instead of 700. I agree with the 72 hours of community service restitution, a $50 Crime Stoppers fee. The DWI education, did I hear you say that you'd already done
I
that?
did already, Your Honor. Yesterday I finished it. I'm waiting.
If there's documentation to that effect, you will be given credit.
Yeah, and also the MAD, Your Honor. I finished it like this week.
The what?
The impact.
The victim impact panel
Yeah,
live.
I did that one. I'm still waiting for the certificate.
On documentation, you will be given credit for that too.
Thank you,
You
Your
will
Honor.
submit to a TAP evaluation and the recommendations as are subject to my approval. You'll have 9 months of ignition interlock continuously installed in your vehicle. During that time, you're not to drive any vehicle other than your own with the ignition interlock.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your supervisory fee will be $56 a month.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Cifuentes? Now, I have given you a punishment because of the fine is greater than what you agreed to. Under the law, you have the right to start all over again. Do you accept the increased fine or do you want to start all over?
I accept, Your Honor.
All right. I know you can afford it because you're making a significant amount of money. Which, you know, I'm glad you're blessed, but I need you to understand that your punishment should be in accordance with your means. And please understand, DWI with extreme intoxication is not what you pled to, but what you were arrested for. And that is frightening because as a nurse, you should know that that kind of intoxication, you can kill people.
I'm
The
so
worst thing that can happen to you is that you get intoxicated, you drive and you kill your own family. The second worst is to get intoxicated, drive and kill innocent people. All right, you need to wait and visit with Ms. Maricela Luna. Then you will, you'll have 1 week to come by the office and put your thumbprint on the documents that are required by law.
I will, Your Honor. Thank you so
Merry
much.
Christmas to you and your loved ones, and Mr. Cifuentes, the same to you.
Judge, we filed a petition for occupational license. Should I revisit the court on Monday?
I will not be here next week. However, there will be plenty of judges around, or at least I hope so. If you have to wait till I'm back the next week, feel free. You know that I'll be happy to oblige what the law allows.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. I
May I be
am about
excused?
to go to lunch. Anybody else have anything to report?
Hold on.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Judge, was that all the pleas? That's everybody?
There ain't gonna be any more.
On yet.
I have a one with Gerardo Longoria.
Yeah, at 12 o'clock and 1 minute, you're too late.
Okay.
Any other announcements?
I still haven't gone yet, Your Honor.
Your Honor, my client was stuck in the breakout room.
Excuse me. I wasn't aware.
Who are we talking about?
Mr. Tejes, he was stuck in the breakout room, Your Honor, when you called him earlier for his plea.
Who?
Yeah, I wasn't aware of. I had to exit out of that.
Who's talking?
Your Honor, Attorney George Reese, Mr. Tejes
Mr.
was
Reese,
stuck in a
okay.
breakout room.
Well,
When you
it's
called
gonna
him
have to be rescheduled because I'm not waiting beyond 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock.
Okay, Judge, that's fine. That's fine, Judge. We'll reach out to the court.
Ms. Medrano, reset Christian Tejas for plea.
Okay, what's the case number? I'll stay behind
Six-
Judge and reset everybody who needs to be reset.
641-222. And you can reset Longoria, Gerald Longoria, reset for plea.
Okay, what's the case number on that one?
There's two, 647-824, 647-825.
So does that mean I leave or do I wait? Gerardo Longoria? Sorry.
The case will be reset. Your attorney will be in touch with you and let you know the date.
Yes, sir.
Nicole, on January 6th, I'm here already for 2 other pleas, the 6th of January.
Okay. All right,
So do
Judge.
You're free to go, Mr. Longoria.
I take off? I appreciate you. Have a good one. Thank you.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays, y'all. Yes, sir. You too. I get out of here.
All right,
Excuse me, Honor.
yes,
My name wasn't called on the docket, but I have missed it, I think, or
What
Jose
is your name?
Salas.
What is your name?
Jose Salas, case number 624848, page 2.
624848. Yeah, that was supposed to be a plea today. Gary Hillier was supposed to handle it, but nobody ever responded timely. So, Ms. Medrano, reset that for a plea.
Okay.
Undismissed, sir.
You'll be, Mr. Salas, you'll be informed of the new date. Your attorney should let you know.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Happy holiday.
Am I excused to, Your Honor?
What's your name?
Christian Tellis?
Yes.
Yes, all
That
right.
was down for George, Judge.
All right. And
All right,
we
thank-
have Robert Frost.
Happy holidays.
You too.
All right, thank
Merry
you.
Christmas to you, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Robert Frost is here.
Robert Frost, what's the
Your Honor.
story, Mr. Frost?
That's the MTR, Your Honor. Mr. Tavera was the attorney, is the attorney of record.
You were what?
Mr. Tavera is the attorney of record.
He was here and then he left.
Okay, well, you'll have to come back after about 2 o'clock.
No, he was here already, Judge. I think he requested a reset.
I think so too.
He did. He was here and then he left. That's all we have.
Nicole, you'll just give me the reset date, right?
Yeah.
Okay, court's in recess.
I don't think we have anything else in the afternoon, right? That's it, Judge. We're done for the day.
Are we done, actually?
Yeah, we're done.
Okie dokie.
Mr. Frost, I'll send a new reset date to your attorney.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. And Marty, I'll send you that one too, okay?
Okay, I think Maritza is in the breakout room. She was helping me.
She was helping you?
Yeah. I'm just gonna wait till she gets back.
Okay.
You'll have a good weekend
Reset.
and a Merry Christmas, because I don't think we have dockets next week.
All right, then, if that concludes today's docket,
Yeah, Judge, that's it.
Merry Christmas to
Judge, just
everybody.
real quick. I'm sorry, Judge. Just real quick. I send you a few more MTRs, just FYI, okay? There's about like 3 or 4.
I'll take care of them after lunch, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, as a gentleman, Mr. Frost, has he been cleared up?
Yes, Judge, he's gonna get a reset.
Okay,
Yes, we're done, Judge.
all right, then, Merry Christmas to everybody.